Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy TK, and today I'm here with DoubleK. DoubleK, go ahead and introduce yourself and let everyone know who you are, and uh, tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
Hey guys, it's Double K. I'm one of the Starbst YouTubers that you've probably heard of, next to X27, X Commander, all those cool guys. And yeah, that's basically it.
Well, you're definitely a very successful YouTuber, I would say. I mean, you have almost what is it,
800.
800 subscribers
Yeah.
now? That's a lot. I mean, I don't know how much the other Starblast YouTubers have, but I'd say you're definitely up there.
Yeah.
As far as YouTubing goes. Um, so why don't we go ahead and start with how you first discovered the game?
Oh, so the first time when I first discovered the game, I watched this YouTube channel called Just.io. He posted mainly Deep.io. And before he left YouTube forever, he showed a video on Starblast and compared it to Deep. And I'm like, hey, this game looks pretty cool. I played Deep a lot at the time, and I was kind of looking for a new IO game, but it's impossible to find good ones. So I found that. I was glad that he posted that video because I'm like, oh, here's a new game. This one looks really cool too. So I tried it out, and then pretty soon, like half my family was playing it, and we loved it. And I've been playing it ever since.
So you've got a whole family of gamers now, don't you, who also play the game?
Yeah, yeah.
That's really cool. So when you first started out playing the game, were you automatically good at it, or did it take some time?
I think it took some time, but I wasn't like a total like complete noob. Like I had played Deep, so I kind of did the same methods. The controls got some good getting used to, but other than that, I would say I played the game logically, and I teamed a lot, but teaming was
Yeah.
overly normal. And back when I started the game, the Y Defender was the nightmare of every server. So I wasn't completely a noob, but I could never get a Y Defender. I was always something else. But yeah.
When I first started the game, I was really bad at it. And when I first the very first time I played the game, I knew it was a game just that in it's one of those games where you needed a mouse, and I knew that, but I didn't have a mouse, and just for that reason, I thought I would never be able to be good at this game. I would never be able to play it properly, but I decided to give it a chance anyway because from an artistic standpoint, uh, I really appreciated the art and all the development that really went into creating this game.
Yeah.
I mean, the graphics were amazing. As far as online gaming goes, this has to be the best and most well-developed game that I have ever seen on the internet. I mean, the
Yeah.
graphics are just absolutely incredible. So eventually for me, like it took some time for me to get good at, a lot of time. I couldn't in the very beginning, I could not even get past tier 2. Everyone seemed so big to me. Like I was felt so tiny, and everyone
Yeah.
else just seemed
Yeah.
so big. And um, I don't know what it was. Eventually, I kept playing because I guess there was something about it. I just sort of liked it. I loved the idea, and I wanted to be able to play this because even though I didn't have a mouse, I knew it was a really cool game. So I decided I was just going to try and adapt, and eventually I did. I learned to use the arrow keys like extremely well, and I've sometimes when some people would hear that I use arrow keys to play, they're like, "What? You use arrow keys?" And I was like, "Yeah, is
I
that not
actually did not
normal?"
know that you used arrow keys.
Yeah, like for a long time, I just felt so normal playing arrow keys. Like I'd
Yeah.
forgotten that you needed a mouse to play the game, and then when other people started hearing that I played with keys, they're like super surprised at that.
Yeah.
So, what are some of your favorite ships?
Well, one of my most favorite ships is the Ados.
Which we are using right now.
Yep. And the reason I like the Atos, I really like its form. I like how it actually looks like a realistic fighter ship. It kind of reminds me of a Klingon bird of prey, honestly. I also like the rapid fire ships more than the pulse ships, just because it feels like there's more skill involved than just bashing people's heads, and there's like it just seems more real. Like in real life, if in real life in the future, you wouldn't get giant cannons and put them on a ship. You'd get small guns, and cannons would be like on the ground or something. So yeah, I think I like to think of it logically as my favorite ship because of those reasons.
So you're talking about like from like a Star Wars type of a thing, like
Yeah,
rapid
yeah,
fire. So I am the complete opposite. I love the wide defender. I love the O defender. I love the advanced fighter. I love tanky ships like the Barracuda. So I am the complete opposite. I love ships that are very tanky. They pack a punch, and
yeah.
but you're more of like the rapid fire type of a person. I don't
Yeah.
understand those ships very well. I remember there was a time when I used to use the side fighter a lot, and I was pretty good, dominated many servers, but I'm a little rusty now, and I don't know if I can do that anymore. I think mainly just because with all the new updates they have made with the game over time, I think it's just a little bit harder to do that sort of thing, with uh, since the addition with secondaries. On one hand, it's made it better. On the other hand, it's made it harder because you can get pods to help you fight better, but it also means everyone else can have pods to fight you better. So
Mm.
I don't know. I guess somewhere along the line, I just sort of lost my ability to be able to use rapid fire ships. So let's go ahead and talk about your YouTube channel. You almost have 800 subscribers. How did you first begin making YouTube videos, and what inspired you to begin making videos?
So I made my first video in November of 2015.
That was quite a while ago.
Yeah, yeah. And I was inspired to do this by a Minecraft YouTuber named Sundy, who made Minecraft YouTubers. He was really popular and still is, and he was like a comedian. I thought he was really funny, and I looked up to him. And I tried to make videos like he would do. I ultimately failed, and that channel was privated in the beginning of 2016 or 2016. But then in September of 2016, I opened up uh, DoubleK, and I continued to do Minecraft videos. But once I figured out about Starblast and how popular it was, I'm like, hey, I'm probably going to get more views on Starblast than I am going to get on Minecraft. So I started doing Starblast videos, and from then on, I've just been doing those, occasionally adding a few more here and there. But yeah.
So was Double K not your original name?
DoubleK was not my original name. My first name, like in my 2015 channel, my name was Lord Goldenrod, which was a character I had developed in a story that I had written. And when I built my DoubleK channel, I actually the name was actually first DoubleK Gamer, because I was so proud that I got a gaming computer right before that channel started. So then I thought that adding gamer to it was kind of a little cheesy, so I took out gamer, and from then on I've been DoubleK.
I considered adding gamer after my username on YouTube anyway. For like
Oh
a
really?
short hot second, but then I decided, nah, I don't need it. I don't. There are
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
of people that use that. I don't want to use that. I want to be unique. So what kind of story was this that you were writing? Is it alright if you tell everyone a little bit about that?
Oh sure. So it's a story that I'm actually continuing to write today. The story about Goldenrod was it's kind of it was a fictional. It wasn't like futuristic, but it was more like set in the current time that I wrote it. And it was about this guy who experienced an attack by some kind of supernatural magical being that was laying waste to the earth, and he became like a powered person basically, and he fought and destroyed the evil attacker. And I've just been continuing to add to the story, tweak it, and yeah.
So is this like a book?
Yeah, it is like a book.
That is really interesting. That's the first time I'm hearing something like this from someone who was writing a book, especially in a gaming community. That's quite uncommon and very unique. So you recently announced in one of your more recent videos that you want to start implementing video cam video into your
Yeah,
channel. So are you gonna like start streaming, or can you tell us a little bit about what's going on with that decision and where that's leading your channel?
yeah. So I feel like the text commentary, I feel like it's just not the right way to go to make my videos the way I want to make them. Like it's kind of been like the standard to do text commentary, but I want to do something different and make my videos a little more personal to the viewers, like have me actually acting as the player and not as a player and not a narrator. So that's when I got the idea of face cam, but I've run into these casualties and so I've been trying to figure out the best way for it to work. So that's currently what's going on with my channel.
So what can we expect from the future of your channel?
Okay, so you could expect more gameplay and not more just like not. You could expect more gameplay instead of just special events like sub specials. Don't expect too much modding because I haven't gotten there yet. But yeah, I do a lot more gameplay. I'm gonna be playing with other people. Expect lots of gameplay with my friend Bracken plays because he's the one who somehow he makes me so optimistic. Like I just feel good recording videos with him. Like I'm so upbeat. Like recording with him, I just sound twice as good as I do like when I'm by myself.
So he's like a close buddy of yours then, right?
Yeah, he's a very close friend of mine.
So you're a UCP. Can you tell us how you got your UCP badge?
Okay, so when I first heard about the UCP, I thought it was something for someone who wasn't me. And back then I recently come back to the Starbst community after 6 months of absence from like the game because I had lost interest because the game hadn't received any updates or anything like that. So I came back and I found out that there was a UCP opportunity for YouTubers, and that was back when there were standards for getting UCP. Now the admins will vote on whether or not someone can get a UCP for how they've contributed. So I asked one of the developers, PMGL, if I could get a UCP because I had this YouTube channel that I had recently gotten back into after 6 months of absence, and he said, "Sure, we'll provide a UCP for you." So I got my UCP, and I felt really proud that I had actually achieved something in this long road to YouTube popularity and
Yeah.
all that.
And at this point, how many do you remember how many subscribers you had?
When I first got my UCP,
Yeah, how many subscribers did you have at this time?
I think I had maybe 500, 400, 500. Probably not. I think it was 400 or below. And then once I joined back in, my subscriber count rose like crazy.
So finally, before we end the interview, I just want to get your opinion on the mods. What do you think of the mods so far, and what do you think could be improved?
I think the mods are a really big step forward, a really awesome extension of the game, and a really awesome addition. I haven't gotten into mods too much myself, but I've joined other modded servers, and I think it's great being able to further customize your games in the way that mods do. The only thing that I don't like about it, and this is the reason why I haven't gotten into it too much, is because it's another one of those code related things where you have to. I don't even know how to word it, but you have to code it basically, and I haven't I haven't learned how to do that yet. So if they can make it like easier to understand, so that everyone would be able to do it with ease, then that would be a great step forward for the mods.
One thing I definitely want to see from someone, maybe even myself, is a proper tutorial and proper templates to use. Basically, I want someone to dumb this down for me. For people like me who I admit I am not very familiar with these mods either, but I am extremely impressed with what I have been seeing from the people who do understand the coding
Yeah,
and
yeah.
how to manipulate ships and come out with something that is completely different than from the original Starblast ships.
Yeah.
So I was, I've talked with Kleinum and his interview that I did recently. We were thinking the same thing also, and we talked a lot about maybe creating some tutorials, and I think that's pretty much the same thing that's on everyone's mind. A lot of us don't understand the coding very well, and it is kind of a learning
Yeah.
process. And some of us, we want to, we don't want to go through the learning process. We want to start making our ships now. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think a great step that would take this even further is a proper tutorial, or maybe setting up a program that would allow people to
Yeah, like a
create ships
GUI.
without having to do the coding.
Yeah. That I think that would be really awesome.
So I think that's it for our interview. But before we end this interview, I have a little segment that I like to call the 5-second speed round. And basically,
Oh
how this
gosh, I have
works.
slow reflexes.
Okay, so relax. Basically, how this works is I'm going to ask you some really quick questions, and these questions have absolutely nothing to do with Starblast, nothing to do with gaming. They don't have anything to do with anything. These are just random questions that I pulled off the internet that I thought would be really fun to ask, and really fun to just sort of get your opinion on. They're just to sort of help people get to know you a little bit better.
Yeah.
And you also have 5 seconds to answer these questions. Now,
Oh,
sometimes
okay.
these questions, some people take a little bit more than 5 seconds to answer, but that's okay. So, are
Okay.
you prepared for these questions you're about to get asked?
I think so.
All right, sounds good enough to me. Let's get into this. So, favorite ship,
Eidos.
um, favorite music.
Dubstep.
Would you rather be a pirate or a ninja?
A ninja.
If you could eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Cheeseburgers.
I like cheeseburgers also. What do you do in your free time?
I do a lot of things. I like to do computer projects, like fixing computers, modifying them, painting them even.
So you're a techie.
Yeah, I'm a techie.
Interesting. What superpower would you like to have?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Superpower. Um, Fire breathing.
Dude, that'd be freaking epic.
Yeah.
And finally, how do you feel about pineapple on pizza?
Pineapple on pizza?
Yep.
It's great with barbecue sauce and ground turkey.
Oh, you take it a step further, don't you? Pineapple on
Yeah,
pizza
boy.
and barbecue and turkey?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's wow. I personally I've had pineapple pizza before, and it didn't taste a whole lot different to me than just regular pizza.
Yeah.
So I would say I don't mind pineapple on pizza. So that will conclude our interview. Thanks for joining me, man. This has been awesome.
You're
It's been
welcome.
awesome talking to you and getting to know you a little bit better. So do you
Yeah,
have any
same here.
closing remarks?
For everyone who's watching this, you guys are epic.
So with that, we're going to go ahead and end the interview. Thank you guys for watching. Feel free to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Definitely share this video if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more interviews from me talking to some of your favorite Star Blast players, and you have any plugs you'd like to plug into the description, of course, I will be plugging your YouTube channel, but do you have like an Instagram or Twitter or something,
I do
anything
have
else
an
you'd like me to
Instagram.
plug?
If you would like to follow me on Instagram, okay, first you got to be someone that I know because I do not, my account's private, so I have to know you first. So you got to tell me. But yeah, my Instagram is Caden.likes.coontalks. Caden spelled Kadin, and a Coontalk is a Lamborghini. Just Google it. But yeah, that's my Instagram. I had a Twitter, but it's really inactive, so don't mind my Twitter.
And interestingly enough, I also have a Twitter and a Facebook, and who knows what else in the description. The links to all of my stuff will also be in this description, along with DoubleK stuff. and his YouTube channel and his Instagram and anything else you could possibly imagine. It's all in the description. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.
Bye, guys.